what's going to happen is I'm going to do a live stream tomorrow, July 15th, 2020, to give it away. And it's for the patrons, but I am going to do it publicly on Earth Sees All. And I want to thank all the patrons at the same time. So that live stream will be at 7 o'clock p.m. at night, Eastern Time. Live stream on Earth Sees All. Just for a quick 30-minute live stream. We'll talk a bit at the same time. Everyone's welcome to stop by and say hi during the live stream. Really sorry about that fan noise, guys and gals. I had the fan really close to me. I just shut it off. So, UFOs on the moon, and these are live frame shots of movement with what looks like projectiles coming to and from or around these objects. Is there a battle up there? I don't know. Here's close up an Aristarchus crater. We're pressed up on the surface. I won't be able to get closer than that, but look at the moving light, and you'll see an object appear, a large dark object, which you'll see a light appear near it right now, there. Again, when I show you the UFOs, we see two objects. We see the light and we see the UFO itself over to the right of it. So often the lights that we are seeing means in the darkness there is a UFO. Watch here. So I'm literally pressed up, ugly scene, right? Just in the lights. Not much is happening. It's moving a little bit naturally. Could be the sun. And then whoop, you see that. And you know it's not a sun. And then that. And then an object appears. So for those of you who ask me again several times, say, zoom out to let me know where you are and how you're doing this. Guys, what don't you understand? I'm zooming out and then I'm zooming in to the lights. There's no tampering, no manipulation. So yeah, inside of Aristarchus crater, there are moving lights inside of the bright objects. Inside of the bright surface, under the clouds or haze or whatever you want there. Is it these UFOs spraying smoke on the surface, or is this something crashing? You never know, but you always see two objects. You'll see the UFO itself, you will see a smoke trail, and sometimes another light appearing very close by this. So there's an interaction with the lights on the surface, and that's why I say an interaction. Look at the change in the direction of the UFO, the light. I'm going to show you, it's hard to show you guys. I'm going to show you a UFO shooting something on the surface, all right? You're going to see a very, very, very dim line coming from the UFO, like he's doing here, changing directions. You're seeing objects appearing around it. We don't know what's going on, right? Whether it be theoretically a battle or just anomalies or UFOs, I highly doubt that it's an optical illusion. Gases being emitted from these absolutely incredible UFOs. And we're going to go see that the other one, the gas coming from the UFO, really close up. We're going to see some other shots, new shots, inverted and up close and personal with these objects on the surface. It's just absolutely incredible to have the chance to see them. I've always been mesmerized about them. And look at what I've caught. Look at the proof. The UFO is just off of the surface. You could see the surface underneath it. And you see a light took off from the surface and split up into thousands of pieces. What the hell is going on? Look at what I just showed you. This is a moment in time on the surface. Here we are again. Watch the light. Absolutely incredible. So we see the light, just that. Okay, the illumination of this light is incredible in itself. There's a movement at the same time. Look at that. The surface illuminating. So some of you say, how do you get the bloody shots of the UFOs and the bright surfaces? It's because I'm capturing this instance. So if this was a one-shot thing when it went by and pow, and I caught it, you have to look. There's the gas or bright light coming from that bloody, incredible anomaly on the surface. So can we consider these UFOs? I would say, people don't believe me. It's a bullshit everyone's saying about the shadows on the surface. Well, why are there two objects? Could that be the shadow of the object on the right? Or could that object on the right be causing whatever's on the left? I don't know. Here, look at that. We're going to bring the exposure down. Look at that. I want you to see the gas and the light coming from this object. The object is spontaneously combusting. What? There's something occurring. You're seeing an event occur, a reaction, a chemical reaction right now on the moon. And that's a chemical reaction of a UFO on the moon, an anomaly. Here close up, look at the line around it. Look what's going on. It's incredible. We're pressed up on the surface. You don't know what they are. No, of course not. But we can confirm very easily that there is an interaction with the UFOs, those lights on the surface. Massive, massive, massive quantities of energy. These lights are propelling themselves across the moon so bloody fast. And speaking of fast, we're going to go see my most amazing capture. It's the UFO Fleet. There's no denying it. It should be on the news. Recently declassified. The Army, right? The American Army said that UFOs are actually real. Here's something crashing into the moon. UFOs are absolutely real. What do you think of these? These were the biggest objects or object that I saw. There's two. Could be a shadow with another object. So there's a second incident where I'm showing you there's two objects. It could be the object is on the right and there's a shadow on the left. This is a very high gloss filter, color filter, and the colors are showing us any detail of movement or anything. So the color that you're seeing here is not right. The surface is not this color. I added a color filter there. There's one unique moment where I added a color filter that you guys can talk about. So here, look at the surface. Those UFOs that just went by that we can see dark now were not dark. They're white. And they go over the surface extremely fast. Here you can see them going, still not at top speed, and I'll put it up to par. There we go. So this is the speed, not quite actually maximum speed. It's almost regular speed. No satellite in the world, nothing that we fly here on Earth is that fast. And there are no, if there are 20 jets like that, secret project jets, come on, my ass. You're not going to tell me there's 10, 20 of them whizzing around the moon like that. That would be pretty incredible. But you know what? It could be, though. Who's saying that it's not us up there, right? I'm just throwing this stuff out there so you guys understand. Do I believe in aliens? Yeah, I do. Can I confirm that it's aliens on the moon? Of course not. Nobody can. Nobody will. Probably no one will ever know. We're not there yet on the moon, and I have no intentions on confirming to you guys that we are going to go, because I don't think we ever will. I don't think we'll see it before we're 60, 70 years old. Anyone in their 40s or 50s today may not even witness them going to the moon. I just assume there's going to be some type of problem that's going to occur. First of all, the pandemic is one. Do you find it odd that let's change subjects. Look at the line coming from this, okay? You look at it and you analyze it and you see that it's shooting stuff out of it. No matter what these objects are, why would they not be theoretically biological creatures as a possibility? If the tether incidents, STS-80, is it at 75 or 80? The mission, the tether incident, look it up. It shows the jellyfish-like creatures flying around in space. They're giant. They're gigantic. They are gigantic, these objects flying around. So I assume that these, if we're seeing them, they would be big enough also. And again, it's an object on the surface where it's very hard to see, but it's not impossible to see. And I'm able to show some of the truth, even though we don't know what these objects are. It's looking at ghosts fly around the bloody surface. It's absolutely incredible. And look at them double themselves up, moving pretty fast, but not at the speed of light or anything. I mean, this was pretty slow, right? Faster than a plane, okay? Because it's hard to understand scale and size, my friends, right? Because nobody knows how close up I am. Nobody knows if I'm close or far away from the moon. So the ideal is to be very close to the surface of the moon. So this whole wide screen would be 300 kilometers wide, which is very rare. Usually it's 1,000 kilometers wide when I'm zoomed out, but I've zoomed in a lot to be able to see those lights, and that's what we're able to see. Anybody can do it, right? Does it take a long time? Hell yeah. I do this daily, day and night. Stay up all night, pausing it, looking with magnifying lens, putting the exposure down, putting the exposure up and down. I miss so many of them, probably. So I'm lucky to be able to even be able to capture these. Two stationary objects with a ghost-like UFO going between them. Those stationary points are illuminated on the surface. We see blinking lights on the surface. Aliens
fire. Up there, might on the moon. Aliens are the moon. Aliens are the moon. They may be coming soon. They may be coming soon. Aliens are the moon. This fire is on the moon. And then by then, may be coming soon. May be coming soon.
This is Houston. Say again, please.